Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel once again. We are still continuing with the bamboo growing, and today we'll talk about where bamboo is grown or can be grown in Kenya. This is because some people have been asking whether bamboo can grow in their area, and we decided we do this video just to explain about where you can grow bamboo. We'll also talk about touch on a few initiatives that are going on in the country on bamboo. And so, for a start, bamboo is grown in all ecological zones in Kenya. Bamboo is grown all the way from the coastal region, low altitude area, all the way to the highlands, the high altitude areas. It's grown in the lake region and even in marginal rads, the dry rad areas, and it's also being used to restore degraded areas. There are areas in this country where there are gullies, for instance, that have been created by water moving fast through some areas, and bamboo is being used to reclaim these areas. Now, the issue with bamboo is that you have to get the right species for the agroecological zone that you want to plant the bamboo. It's good that you get the recommended bamboo species for a particular area so that you get good results. And this is because research has been done for many years over the years, and the researchers came up with the best suited species for certain ecological zones. And also, there are species that are specific to the end uses of the bamboo. So, for instance, if you want to grow bamboo for posts, there are recommended species. If you want to grow for textile or for paper, it could be that you need species that are good for that end use. So in this video, we'll attach on the comment section a technical bulletin which has a table that has shown the various categories, the species of bamboo for various agroecological zones, and also the species which you can use depending on the end use intended. Now, wanted to say that the government in 2020 recognized bamboo as a cash crop. It was declared the 16th, what we call scheduled cash crops in Kenya. And this was in an effort to promote bamboo farming in the country. And indeed, the government has partnerships and collaborations with various initiatives in order to promote the growing of bamboo in the country. And the question is, why so much effort is being put in bamboo? Number one, we would say we want to stem the deforestation or the cutting of our forests in order to achieve a certain forest cover, for instance. Um, our rural communities, 90% of our rural communities use firewood or charcoal for cooking. And so there is a lot of cutting of trees for charcoal burning or for use as firewood. The reason bamboo is good for these uses is because, as we said in the other video, it is a fast maturing plant. Bamboo grows very fast. 3 to 4 years, you can start harvesting depending on the end use that you want to put the bamboo into. And bamboo has very heavy canopy or biomass that can be used to make things like briquettes, which are very good for cooking. And so Um, Other than cutting trees that take 20, 30, or 50 years to mature, it's easier to grow the bamboo, which you can harvest the stems or the poles or comes as they are known. And when you harvest, more of them sprout and keep growing. And so when you plant bamboo, you harvest from the same plant. You harvest comes every year, and you can sell them for income or put them to the use that you need. The other thing, bamboo, the demand for wood products, timber, and others is growing very fast. This is because of the growing population and also the urbanization. So, with that growing demand for wood products, there is need to come up to grow a fast maturing crop where you can harvest and be able to source the timber and the wood needed for various industries. As we mentioned in the other video, bamboo has very many uses, but one of the uses I wanted to mention here is conservation. There are various initiatives going on across the country. And just to mention a few, we have the Nyado River and Zoya. We know that these rivers are prone to floods during the rainy season, with the people being displaced from their homes and so on. And so there are some initiatives going on to plant bamboo along the riparian land in order to control the floods. Because bamboo, the network of its roots is very good at slowing down moving water and also encouraging infiltration. Instead of the water running off to the rivers, the water can sink to the ground. And this infiltration is good because then you retain the water into the soil, and that water is available for the crops that you plant instead of the water running off to the rivers and then carrying your fertilizer and all the nutrients in the soil. So we have Nyando River, we have Zoya initiatives. We also have Upper Tana, the upper catchment area for Tana River. The Tana River supplies water to our electricity generating dams, the hydro dams that generate our electricity. And what happens is, because the river is carrying a lot of soil from erosion, then there is silting of the dams. And it would take a lot of investment to desilt the dams. And so bamboo is being planted, especially in the upper region, to stop soil erosion, to stop the floods that come with the river at times. And so that is another initiative that is going on with the communities around that area. And the communities will be able to harvest and use or sell the bamboo. We also have Masai Mara. There are some initiatives going on there, especially with the Mara River. Masai Mara is a good resource for this country. But again, the lifeline of Masai Mara, which is the Mara River, is degraded. There is a time it was almost drying, but there are initiatives now to reclaim the degraded areas using bamboo. And so for today, we'll stop there. In the next video, we'll talk about how to plant bamboo, and also we'll talk about where to get the planting material for bamboo. So until next time, goodbye.